Hey, coming up right now, the influencer known as the Crooked Man going viral. We'll tell you why.
Oh my goodness. Also coming up, identical twins make headlines for their bizarre take on a carjacking.
Yeah, wait till you hear this.
Yeah.
It's really freaky. All right, a new honor for country superstar Dolly Parton could finally take off. I'm voting for this.
Daily Flash starts right now.
Get ready for trending news and entertainment. This is Daily Flash with your hosts, Andrea Jackson and Mitch English. The fun starts right now. This is Daily Flash.
Hi everyone, I'm Andrea Jackson.
I am Mitch English. This is Daily Flash. We welcome you. I love having you along for the ride here. James sitting and working on the crew. Of course, James, lets you know what's happening around the world. You're taking care of the floor, huh, buddy?
The floor.
As much as possible.
And every female viewer we have, you can always count on me.
With those mint chip shoes.
Hey, that's nothing wrong with them. You like them. See?
I like them. I've never had mint shoes.
Hey.
Do they? Yeah. Now, are they come in men's?
What they sound men? That's all right. And you like wearing orange shoes. You know.
Yeah.
Mitch,
I got a
Orange
bust
is
on
his
you,
favorite
man.
we rode in your Prius, so you can't.
It's the first. Back up.
It's not
It's
yours.
the wife's Prius.
Can we recreate how to do a turn on a Prius to upset everybody behind you?
Yeah.
No, here's the thing. I try to drive so fast. Here's the thing. I get this little thing up on my thing that reports to my insurance about how fast I take off, how fast I slow. And I'm in this Prius all the time. And when you see a Prius, first off, people are like, "Oh, I'm passing this one." And I go, "It's me. I'm the one driving, not my wife."
Yeah.
All right. Anyway,
But
Matt
you have a
Doolittle.
sticker of your face on the back of it.
You identify the guy.
Yeah.
All right, Matt's going to do social. What do you got going on? No, he lost out. What's going on with you, Jackson?
Just in case you didn't know who the
I can
guy
cut
was.
you off just as easy as I can on the Prius.
No, because it takes slower for you to cut me off in a Prius.
I can cut you off like that on this show. So let's go.
That's good.
I'm going to start driving
All
my
right.
truck every day.
Boomers have a problem with Gen Z. And this is why. They say that there are shocking things that Gen Z cannot do, that they cannot believe, that they don't have the skill for
Okay,
this.
let's
All right,
lay
you
it
ready
out.
for this
Let's
one?
see what it is.
5 on the list. Gen Z has no clue how to count change.
Yep.
Oh,
That's true.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
That's
Well,
true.
Everybody pays in cards.
That's right. That's
Yeah.
probably
But
why.
if you pay in cash, you go into a gas station or you buy snacks or
You
food,
go up
you
and-
go up, you pay with a 20, you get change back.
Right.
You get change, so like if it's 35, you get, that's how I have to do it. I go, all right, 5 would make 40, and then I go, dime would make 50 cents, and then so that's how that's how I have to do
They
it.
just,
Count
they just
change.
take it and leave.
Yeah, okay.
That's true.
Yeah, all
They
right.
cheated.
They don't know how to tell time with a clock that has hands.
Oh,
That
come
drives
on.
me
That
nuts.
is nuts.
Yeah.
How do you not know how to
Yeah,
tell?
right.
I mean, we do have a clock in our office that doesn't work, so.
Well,
It's always
It's
yes.
right twice.
But if you're in an airport and there's a clock on the wall, and they don't know how to tell time.
I prefer an analog clock because I break everything down as a pie, honestly.
Yeah.
That's how I go, all right, I know this is 15 minutes and I take that 5, just like
Yeah.
I do change. But I have to I have clocks everywhere in my house, everywhere.
You
I
love
have
a good
to-
clock.
I love an analog clock.
A few more on the list. They don't know how to unclog a toilet using a plunger.
Oh, come on!
They know how to clog them, don't they?
With all their hippie
Basic
food.
need, truly unbelievable. They don't know how to do it. They do not know how to address a piece of mail, an envelope, and how do you address it? They do
Like
not know
where
how
what
to.
goes where?
Yes.
Because they don't send. Okay, I
Right.
can buy into that.
They
And a
don't-
lot of times, if you do send up a bill, it's prepaid, and you just put it
Right.
inside the envelope.
But
And you pay online.
Write checks.
Right
Well,
checks.
most-
That's.
well,
I think that's part of it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
everybody's
write check.
paying online. Yeah, that's the reason. Just like with change.
Yes. All right. And the number one thing on the list, they do not know how to read a standard map and figure out directions without GPS.
That is true.
That's true.
Yeah.
That is true.
I mean, we used to have to print out,
Yeah.
Google Maps.
How did
Yes.
you survive back in the day, Dad?
I don't know.
That is true.
I mean,
I
you really
drove in
think
Los
about it.
Angeles with a Thomas Brothers guide on my lap.
Yes.
Everywhere I went. So it's like, and you're like trying to find this page down here goes to this page over here.
I was my dad's navigator with the thing out when we'd go on road
So
trips.
you know how to read
yeah,
maps.
Yeah.
So for the Gen Zers watching here, we get it because there were things that we didn't know growing up as well.
Yes.
But so when you go on, like you don't know how to get on Facebook.
Yeah.
Well, you don't know how to write a freaking check, so shut up.
There's a whole
What's up, Dad? On the
There's
clock.
an entire YouTube series of Gen Zers or whatever.
Yeah.
looking how to write a check.
Yeah, I believe
It's a
that.
whole,
Yeah.
it's a whole joke because they're like,
But
I don't,
how-to
what do you,
videos,
why do you have to
But-
write it out?
But in their defense, it's like in the future they probably don't even. That's probably something we don't. It's like a pinky. Eventually, we're not going to have our pinky toe. You know what I'm saying? It's just evolution. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to need those things. So
I like
I
my
understand
pinky
that. And
like
as
an
long
appendix.
as long as Gen Z has parents, they will get it done no matter what, right?
parents will get it done.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
If they need to write a check, hey Dad, can you write this
Yeah.
check out for me?
The parents will do it for them.
I don't want to come down off the Gen Z. I can get
No.
it because there were things when we,
Sure.
our Generation X, when we were a kid, with the baby boomers, they were probably complaining
So
about us.
is cursive and learning how and knowing
They're
how
not
to write
teaching
a letter?
cursive.
That's what I'm saying. Is that
right.
still something that's needed?
See, I think those things are still basic because let's say the power goes out. Like, recently in Spain, they had that
Yep.
huge power outage and you can't use your phone, you can't use your
about
GPS, you
that.
can't go to the ATM and get money. If you don't know how to pay in cash, you're not going to be able to buy anything. If you can't use your phone with GPS, how are you going to get from A to B if you don't know how to read a map? Those are all basic things that wouldn't be bad to know.
No, I agree with you 100%.
Yeah.
I mean,
And when the aliens take over and we're all
the
screwed, we
mushroom
don't have
people.
electronics, and the mushroom people,
mushroom
right?
people.
We're all done. It's fine.
watch The Last of Us.
Yes.
I believe that. And how are we going to teach people to cut off Priuses? All right, we have got to get this nation in
I don't think
order.
you have to
Well,
teach
you got to give them a
people.
peace sign and drive by and go,
and-
oh, enjoy your vegan
And
meal.
By the way, when I get home, I'm going to tell my wife there is a little space around the back fender on this side that doesn't have one of those hippie stickers on it. So if she needs she has them all over her. I love my wife to death.
She's
We are
lovely.
completely opposites when it
You
comes to stuff like
are.
that.
That
but
is true.
She just wants everybody to love each other. I get it.
Yeah.
So love me when I'm cutting you off.
In your Prius going very slow.
You can't cut people off in a
Well,
Prius.
no, that's the issue. It's like if we are. No, I can't. What did I say? Remember, hey, when we were coming back from Cape Canaveral, this guy remember that had the effects on it and the spoiler and everything? And I went by and you just got passed by
there
a
was like this
Prius.
Honda with numbers on it, racing
Really
stuff. And he goes,
loud.
you just got passed by.
A Prius, dude, you ain't all that cool. Okay, I mean, like,
As we went by with this sign.
and guess
All show, no go.
I still will make it there before they do because I don't have to stop at a gas station.
Oh.
But you did have to stop at
Yeah.
the gas station when we got there.
Rub it in.
But
It was
I
like
could have made it all the way up.
$12.
The best thing about that is if you run out of gas in a Prius, it'll still have the electric for a certain amount of time here. We got somebody running around on a roof.
I
Let
hope
me
it's okay.
jump into what's happening, some trending news stories.
Yes.
Y'all see this? I want you to look at your screen. A 19-year-old influencer, he's known as the Crooked Man, is pretty much catching on, David. If we can roll up, there we go. David, there we go. Is showing off his bizarre body transformation. The twist? He's only working out one side of his body.
Come on.
He recently showed a clip of him showing the results of his body of just using one of his traps for 158 days. He's also been working out one bicep and one leg. You can imagine users on social media had plenty of questions as why? Well, some share concerns about his long-term health problems. One person said, don't try this at home advice has never made more sense than this. His purpose is like, you know what? So many people are getting on social media showing how pretty they are.
Yeah.
I'm trying to look ugly is what his basis is about this.
So
That's scary.
Yeah, the whole point is he just wants attention and clicks and likes.
100%.
It's, again, social media, TikTok, Instagram, it is the modern day freak show.
And if you want to find out more, let's go right to the source. We actually have the Crooked Man in our control room
We
right
do?
now. Crooked Man, there he is, right there.
There you go.
Is that our Crooked Man? Keegan,
He said he's waiting for his million.
He ain't working
He's
out
been
nothing.
working the board with one hand. Keegan, stand up and look at the camera in the control room. Somebody gets a good look.
got a
at you.
huge
Okay,
forearm.
hurry,
What's his
Now,
DJ name?
take a step over. Walk over by. We can't
That way.
see you.
This was not
That-
rehearsed, ladies
No.
and
All right, now
gentlemen.
show us your muscles.
Yeah.
Muscles.
There we
There
go.
we go. Look at that gun.
Look at that gun.
Look at that gun. Look at
Buddy, you're
that gun.
not in Detroit anymore. There's sunshine and there's
Got a
places to work
slingshot.
out.
That's not a gun. That's a slingshot.
Keegan's a good one.
Oh my goodness.
Very nice.
Identical twins are making headlines for an interview with a news crew about their
is
mom
crazy.
being carjacked. Take a look.
Listen to this.
And one guy, he was up there with our mum, and he went up there, and he was coming back down towards us, and he goes, "Run! He's got a gun!" And our heart started to pound, and I said, "Oh, Mum, where's Mum?" And poor Mum was stuck up there, but apparently our brave Mum, she goes, are you all right? Because he had all blood all over his face.
That is crazy,
Right,
right?
and that's, while they are in Sync Answers, it stunned viewers. The 50-year-old twins say it's a result of their lifelong bond.
I got to tell you, so really quickly, I got hired out in Salt Lake City. John Rossi has a twin brother.
Yes.
They took me out to lunch for the first time. I didn't know they did this thing
Yeah.
where they finish each other's sentences, and I didn't know who to look at or what to do. It is the weirdest thing that these twins have. And it's not uncommon.
It's a cool bond.
It's a very cool. I wish they did that.
Something funny is going on, and it's happening every morning on Broadway and Friends on great radio stations all across the U.S. of A. Broadway, T-Wall, Mitch Pancake English, and Sweet Becca. Broadway and Friends, 4 mics, 0 filters, and more opinions than your Aunt Cheryl's Facebook feed. Broadway and Friends. Want to join the madness? Hit up BroadwayandFriends.com.
Spell out the word "and."
And jump into the deep end, blasting for the back road to the big leagues. Broadway and Friends. The most fun you can have with your radio on.
Welcome back to Daily Flash. I'm Andrea Jackson. Are you regretting filing your taxes because you missed a few write-offs or you missed the deadline? Our tax maven, aka the Sassy Accountant Shantel Williams, is here to save you. Shantel, welcome back.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
So what is more painful than realizing you forgot a huge tax write-off after you hit the submit button? And what can you do about it after the fact?
Well, if it's a huge number that could possibly affect you, I'd go ahead and file an amended taxes. But if it's something that's small, that only like a couple dollars here and there, just let it go and move on with life. It's not worth the trouble you have to go through.
Yeah, let's just hope that the universe will bring it back to you in some way, shape, or form, right?
Right.
What are some of the easiest deductions families forget about taking every year?
Oh, childcare expenses. Some people forget that if they pay for aftercare or kids' sports, mileage for medical, like if you had to go to a doctor's appointment, you can get credit for the miles for that. Charitable contributions, donations at church, and even student loan interest, even if you're not making payments, are some of the things that people forget.
Let's talk a little bit more about kids because we know they can cost us a fortune. How else can they help pay us back when it comes to our taxes?
Summer camp. You can get credit for summer camp. And a lot of us, especially if you have little ones, I had twins that were at summer camp at one time and it got expensive. So summer camp is something you can do a deduction for. School donations or school supplies that you've given to the school, things that you've given to PTA, things like that. And then, believe it or not, you can get credit for your babysitter. If you needed a babysitter over the weekend or something like that, or even at night, if you work or second job, you can get credit for your babysitter.
Okay, that's a good one. And it's got to be legit too, so don't forget about that. What about some of the tax credits that most of us are overlooking, aside from the ones that you've mentioned?
Oh, your 529 plan, if you are paying for prepaid college or something like that, a savings plan, people forget about that. Also, any energy efficiencies. If you have a smart car that's a chargeable car, if you have panels on your home, things that'll help energy on the over the long haul, is things that people forget to claim a lot of times on their taxes that it could make a difference, up to thousands.
So let's say someone missed the deadline. Should we panic, move to a remote island, crawl under a rock? What are some of the ways we can redeem ourselves?
First of all, don't panic. If you're owed a refund, it's okay. Just go ahead and file your taxes. But if you have to pay back, I'm going to say do what you can ASAP so you can stop the interest. And another way to stop that interest is file an extension. It takes a few minutes to do. If you do it on IRS's website, that's irs.gov, and file an extension yourself, or you can get with a preparer to do so. But that'll stop the pain and the bleeding just a little bit. If you owe.
Okay, we've heard of medical expenses being deductible. How about the emotional damage caused by doing your taxes? We kid. What real medical related deductions should families not miss out on? I know you mentioned a few. Are there a few more?
You're right. So there is a few more. You have dental and vision. A lot of people miss out on dental and vision. If you're blind like me, you're getting contacts, you're getting prescription. My son, he can't see. We're always at the doctor getting new glasses. If you get things like tint put in your glasses or transitional stuff added to your glasses. If you have bifocals and you're really blind, it's okay. I am too. Those things you can actually add to it. And for dental expenses, dental gets very expensive. So keep a track of all of your dental expenses because those are things that adds up, especially if your children have braces, if you have some major work that needs to be done, if you had a toothache and you're trying to save it, definitely keep your receipts from medical and from your dental and vision because it'll go a long way.
Yeah, definitely. Quickly, just a few seconds left. Piece of advice for families to prepare for next season, make it a lot less stressful, maybe even more affordable.
Yes, if you have a part-time gig, there's a lot of people this year that didn't get a chance to count their part-time gigs. Do it. Save up the information from your miles. If you do Uber, if you're going out and grabbing groceries, if you babysit, cook, or do some kind of dishes or something as a side job. I know somebody who does folding and laundry. So if you do those things, make sure that you actually keep that information because you can claim it on your taxes. It'll help you get some money back.
She is the Sassy Accountant. Thank you, Shantel. For more information on anything we discussed here, head to our website, dailyflashshow.com. Mitch.
Thank you there, AJ. And then there's this. All right, Billy, the women's body care brand, just cranked up a weird, I guess you could say, just a little bit, with a new ad campaign in New York City. It's basically giant scratch and sniff armpit posters. No. All to promote their new aluminum-free deodorant called Cocoa Villa. Not making this up. People can actually and literally stop on the street, give it a good scratch, then sniff a tropical beach party under, well, someone's arm. Different posters have different scents, and yes, because this is 2025, it's already blowing up on TikTok. The main setup is near Penn Station, and it runs all the way through mid-May because, after all, nothing says New York like a giant armpit in your face, am I right? And because New Yorkers, well, they're not weird enough already. Now you get to watch grown adults scratching billboards like they're trying to win a radio contest or something like that. The folks over there at Billy say that it's actually all about breaking the stigma around body care, but let's be real, it's mostly about making you sniff a stranger's imaginary pit in public. Am I right or wrong on that?
I think you're right.
There's so many other nasty smells in New York.
True.
It would be a nice little break, and you don't even have to scratch those. Alrighty, we have got more of today's trends and tomorrow's talks, right, Jackson?
Yes, right here on Daily Flash.
We're out.
Make 'em laugh, make 'em laugh, make 'em laugh. J.T. Habersat has been hailed as the godfather of punk rock stand-up comedy. Welcome into the spotlight, J.T.
Hey, thanks for having me.
You said in your new book, you felt that there wasn't really a proper oral history style book on stand-up out there.
I've always been a fan of oral history style books.
Yeah.
Where you let the performers speak for themselves. The goal was to create something that, like you said, you could read in short bursts if you wanted to, but my hope is that you're going to be hooked on it and want to finish it.
Yes.
Straight through. Eddie Pepitone and the Patton Oswalts and Maria Bamfords are all in there. But there's a lot of comics in there, too, that are working class comics that may be less household names that I want people to kind of discover.
There are a lot of applicable things in this book that can apply to a lot of different other parts of lives.
For sure, yeah, it's performer focused.
Yes.
You know, and so it's kind of a reveal behind the curtain.
Make sure to pick up your copy of Doing Time, Comedians Talk Stand-Up. Also, you can learn more about JT and what he is up to at jtcomedy.com.
Catch The Scene with Doreen every Wednesday at 38 past the hour, only on Daily Flash.
All right, as we keep moving along here on Daily Flash, it's time for us to check in with Tony Toscano to find out what's coming out of Hollywood and straight to your screen, no matter what size you're going to watch it on. With the latest, here's Tony.
Thanks, Mitch. Well, they're back, and the con is on as Leverage Redemption Season 3 hits Prime Video.
We fix things. We stop bad guys. Nobody stops.
And today, we have the honor, the privilege of conning the scum of the scum.
And what am I gonna wear? This is gonna be fun.
The leverage team returns like modern-day Robin Hoods with elaborate cons and schemes to make the rich and powerful pay for their crimes against the weak and poor.
Yeah, I mean, we always have to. The great thing about us is this, like I've said before, there's never going to be a shortage of bad guys. You know, you can open up the paper or watch the news and find out what the next script's going to be about if you don't have an idea. You know what I mean? So that's what works for our show. Shows like, CSI and Law and Order is that we're always going to be somebody to take down, right, from the headlines. But we had some new directors come in. We got to keep it new. We can't just keep doing the old stuff, because it gets boring. So it was a lot of fun this season to watch what some of the writers came. We have an outstanding writers room, so it's really fun. John Rogers is back at the helm, so he was in control of that, which was nice.
And I think that people need the feel-good factor of this show. I mean, it takes me back to my growing up years where I was raised on Charlie's Angels and the A-Team and Magnum PI and Hawaii Five, all those brilliant classic shows that you could watch multi-generational. You could watch it with your grandma, your parents, your siblings, your friends. And I think that having that Leverage and Leverage Redemption really fills that space for a lot of people.
There's also a lot of other writers that have never been on the show before, and they bring these really fresh takes on things that are happening in the world, things that are in the zeitgeist. And we even dip into a little horror episode that's like kind of scary, and there's really fun things. And then we all dance the line as producers and, actors as, look, we know the challenges that are out there. We're going to dip into those and take down the bad guys, but we're also going to keep that levity and fun that people are also looking forward to seeing each episode.
This time this time we're meeting the moment, and it's something we haven't really done before, and it elevates the show and it makes it that much more interesting. It's still fun, it's still leverage, but the fact that it literally speaks to the things that people are freaking out about is kind of amazing.
Leverage Redemption is escapism television at its best as the team fights the good fight with fun and intriguing setups, terrific stunts, and humor, making the show a fan favorite. Again, check out Leverage Redemption Season 3 and all its past episodes and seasons, streaming on Prime Video. It gets an A and is rated TV-14. For the Daily Flash, I'm film critic Tony Toscano.
Still have a whole lot of Daily Flash left. I mean, a bevy of it. But guess what?
Yes.
If you want it, it's always there waiting for you no matter where you are.
On the website,
On the web.
my friend, dailyflashshow.com. Don't worry about the www.
You don't have to-
You just put in Daily Flash Show and you'll find that website just like that.
We love having you and love hearing from you as well.
You
on
can
our
sound
website.
off!
Sound off is the coolest because it sends the emails. We all get them. If you want to talk about me, everybody will read it. So
Yes.
you don't have to worry about just me getting it. Anyway, sound off, they can do that. We also have preview review there, and all the segments you see in the show are waiting for you on our website, open right now at dailyflashshow.com.
If you've missed anything and you want to rewatch it or you heard about it from a friend and you're like, wait, I missed the show, all you do, head to the website and you'll find some great search tabs. You'll be able to find it easily.
We love having you there. Again, website dailyflashshow.com. More today's trends, tomorrow's talk when we return.
This is Daily Flash with your hosts, Andrea Jackson and Mitch English. Trending news and entertainment. This is Daily Flash.
Hey everybody, I'm Mitch English.
I'm Andrea Jackson. This is Daily Flash, today's trends, tomorrow's talk.
Hope everybody's having a fantastic day.
Yes.
You wake up, let's say you're in Rockport, Massachusetts. You come out to your
Okay.
car and you're like, man, what is going on? Somebody attacked my mirror on my car, right? And then come to find out, it happened to your neighbor and it happened to your another neighbor. Actually, and they couldn't figure out what it was.
Oh, I bet I know.
It was a woodpecker. A woodpecker had been flying around Rockport, Massachusetts, and going up to car mirrors and just, doing what
It's
woodpeckers
the animals
do.
coming against us. It's like the orcas taking down ships.
Woody's coming around, and
Woody Woodpecker had enough.
He's after this. 25 car mirrors because of this woodpecker.
Scandalous.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, and they're like, well, the good news is folks are like saying, hey, what are you gonna do?
Does he have insurance?
Yeah.
Do we put him down? What do we do?
Oh, Maddie.
Put him down.
Someone we put it down. A woodpecker. $500 mirror.
I'm
You get a
assuming
cat.
This is going to be on the insurance commercial. We're like, you're not going to believe that a woodpecker pecked out
Who's
mine.
going to tell us about it?
State Farm.
No, it's the guy with that's Jay.
Talking about Allstate?
Yeah, no,
Jake from State Farm?
No.
Geico?
I need you guys to shut up so I can think of the guy's name.
The guy from Superman.
Thank you. He's the editor and
He was in the drum
writer.
movie.
Man, he goes, it's for farmers insurance.
Yes.
I can't think of the guy's name, but I can think of the insurance.
And anyway, yes, but that's exactly who
He's the guy. He plays the editor in Spider-Man.
Yeah.
He's the newspaper editor.
Oh, the dude
guy.
from Red
J.R.
J.K.
Simmons.
Thank you.
Okay.
By the way, get up and work anytime you can there.
Oh, we had 2 teeth removed.
Well, you know what happened the last time you were in a chair laying and sleeping, don't you? They took 2 teeth out. What do you think will happen here? Take a shot at it. There you go. Can we get you something? Can you get him a drink or something? Can you get him something to spit in?
Like a platoon?
You need a cup?
You can't even spit.
Get him a straw. Get him a straw.
No, straws are bad too.
Straws are bad too.
All right.
An IV. What else?
Lord.
I'll let.
Okay.
We're
going to do a live IV
Brady, we
drip.
got to give you help.
Drip.
We do.
All righty. Moving
We
forward.
didn't love you, we wouldn't tease you.
We love you.
It's our love
It's our
language.
love language.
Teasing.
If you don't believe me, go buy a Prius and we'll really give you that.
I don't need a Prius.
Okay, good. Hey, back on June 14th, the U.S. Army celebrated its 250th birthday with the theme, This Will Defend. To commemorate that historic moment, the Army spotlighting their most time-honored traditions. Here with more is Lieutenant Nathan Mapes of the 3rd U.S. Infantry Regiment.
Being a soldier, it's always fun for us when the month of June rolls around, getting to celebrate the Army birthday. I think for this year specifically, it's sort of extra special as we celebrate, a quarter millennium of service here, 250 years of, the Army's story of service, its lineage, its history, its traditions. Throughout history, 250 years, the world has changed so much. The challenges have changed. The battlefield has certainly evolved. These uniforms that the American soldier wears have certainly changed many times. One thing that we like to believe has not changed, though, are sort of the timeless values of the American soldier. For myself and many like me that serve in our present-day Army, getting to get up every morning and put on this uniform, we like to believe, paying respects and homage to those that came before us and paved the way so that we could have the Army that we do today. Heading over to goarmy.com would be a tremendous place to start. Or for a younger crowd, Instagram also works. Any one of those would be a great idea to go find out more.
This is Tim. Tim is all about time, and if you've ever had a chance to look into Tim's cold, dead eyes, you'll see that it's time for you to follow us on social media. Sure, there's 10,000 social sites out there, and we don't have the time to name them all. Seriously, just ask Tim. So take the time to look for Daily Flash TV on your favorite social sites and start following us. That's all the time, Tim. Goodbye.
Well, there's a new survey out, and it shows that 27% of men rate their mental health as, well, excellent. And when it comes to finances, that number drops to 15%. Here's financial therapist Nathan Astle. He's got more.
Just in time for Men's Mental Health Awareness Month, a recent Beyond Finance survey found that only 27% of men rated their mental health as excellent, with even 15% of men saying that their financial health is excellent. what we are learning is that financial health and mental health are deeply intertwined. Here are some things that you can do to make sure you are not getting isolated with this financial stress and financial pressure. One, you need to talk to someone. Finding a place where you can go and talk to a friend, family member, or relative. Next, when you are taking your first steps to get out of debt or to help your financial situation, start small. You don't have to have a big master plan all at once. And finally, remember, you are not your debt. You are not your paycheck. These are things you have. It's not who you are. You can go to beyondfinance.com under the financial wellness section and download a free personal financial workbook.
Well, this year marks the 33rd anniversary of the world's largest K-12 student science competition. Here is Justin, Mr. Fascinate Schaefer, and the winners of this year's Exploravision Awards.
The Toshiba NSTA Exploravision Challenge is the world's largest K-12 science competition, and it is truly unlike any other. It helps young students expand their imaginations and explore their interests in science, technology, engineering, and math. Students like these group together in projects, and they think about what problems are going to exist 10 years into the future, and then they come together and solve them and build these incredible projects like this one.
I understand our sign language glasses that has cameras that records hand gestures and sends a video to an app, which translates the signs into words. Then the glasses speak the words out loud. So I was in the bed watching a video with my dad, and there was this father who was deaf, and his daughter wasn't. So they had a very hard time communicating. And then I searched up and found that only 2.8% of people in the USA know sign language. So we wanted to make something to help that. So we came up with this awesome idea to create an AI-powered glasses called I Understand, glasses for people who are deaf.
This year we have some incredible projects at Exploravision. We've got ElectroBuzz, which is helping with pollination. We've got Blaze Block that's using hemp to stop fires cold. I mean, there's a ton of fascinating projects. These kids blow my mind every single year. Programs like Toshiba's NSTA Exploravision Challenge are so important because it helps to build students into leaders of the future. I'm talking scientists, business leaders, engineers, and politicians. I mean, they're developing hard skills by doing science research and soft skills with all these interpersonal interactions by coming together and working on projects and building awesome stuff. And this stuff is just so important. I love to be a part of it every year. If you want to apply for next year or find out more information, you can go to exploravision.org, or you can check out Toshiba America Exploravision on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
Well, thank you, Mr. Fascinate. We'll make sure we have this on our website at dailyflashshow.com.
Hey, Mitchie.
Hey, Jackson.
Yeah, I want to talk about that big story coming out of Hollywood.
Hold on. Wait. I want to get Matt in on this call, all right? Hold on.
Hey, what's up, Mitch and Dias?
Matty!
Mitchie.
Mateus.
Mitch, my man.
Matty of Berkshire.
What's going on?
Hey, AJ wants us to talk about a big story that's happening.
This kid, the Kiki, says hi. He has his own Instagram.
That's great, Matt, but I really want to talk about this big story coming out of Hollywood.
Oh, dog and cat, it's
You should check it out. This kid, the Kiki.
I want to know what's going on.
What?
Oh, okay, so real quick, why does he still have a dial-up modem?
Hey, I gotta get back to wrestling stuff.
It's on the media.
You know what? Maybe we should just try this later.
Okay, all right. Peace and love.
Daily Flash.
Where are you?
It's just better when you're part of the conversation. Join us online.
A new survey out by Comfort Keepers, that's a leading provider in in-home care for seniors and adults in need of assistance, reveals that a majority of Americans are already helping senior loved ones, yet many don't identify themselves as caregivers. Here's the story.
Across the United States, a quiet revolution of compassion is taking place in living rooms, kitchens, and communities, with more than 53 million Americans serving as caregivers. A recent national survey by Comfort Keepers, a company that operates more than 600 offices nationwide of caregivers who deliver uplifting support to seniors, found that 74% of caregivers say the experience has become one of the most rewarding chapters of their life.
91% of caregivers say that caregiving is emotionally rewarding. It actually helps them bond more deeply with the seniors in their care. And I feel the same. I'm actually the adult daughter of a 90-year-old father, but they live across the country. So I'm really lucky that my dad has a Comfort Keepers caregiver to help him do what he needs to do every single day, and it brings me peace of mind. Comfort Keepers created the National Day of Joy to help celebrate possibility and positivity, especially with caregiving.
This year's National Day of Joy coincides with Comfort Keepers' partnership with PBS and their upcoming caregiving documentary, which shares the untold stories of caregiving and the joy it brings.
What inspired PBS to produce the caregiving documentary was a desire to shine a light on the human side of caregiving, the resilience, the love, the quiet strength. It's not just about sacrifice, it's about joy, connection, and community.
Caregiving really is a constant in our lives. It's not an if it's going to happen, it's really more of a when. And that's because we might be caring for a sibling, we might be caring for a child with special needs, we might be caring for a spouse, we might be caring for older parents or grandparents. So caregiving really becomes a constant and something we do need to plan for as families.
To learn more about Comfort Keepers and how you can help support a senior loved one's caregiving journey, and to learn more about the National Day of Joy, which will be celebrated in more than 100 locations across the country to help local communities inspire joy, visit comfortkeepers.com.
No doubt, summer's here, and it's the perfect time to upgrade your fun in the sun with some cool new ideas. Digital lifestyle expert Mario Armstrong joins us to show off the latest gadgets and gear to make this season even better. What's up, Mario?
Hey, thanks so much for having me on the Daily Flash. And yes, I partnered with some great brands to help you make the most of your summer. Let's start with the new Kindle ColorSoft SE. It's perfect for summer reading anytime, anywhere. It's the first Kindle with a soft color display that's easy on the eyes, and it's the perfect way to disconnect. Distraction-free, no pop-ups, apps, or messages. The auto-adjusting front light lets you read in any light, whether that's outdoors, on the go, or at bedtime. Lasts up to 8 weeks on a single charge, and it's waterproof, so you can bring it to the beach, the pool, or the bathtub. Now take your Wi-Fi outside this summer with Eero Outdoor 7. It's built for extreme weather, delivers lightning-fast Wi-Fi 7 speeds across up to 15,000 square feet. Stream your favorite sports, play DJ at the summer pool parties, or extend coverage to security cameras at the edge of your property. It installs in minutes on almost any outdoor surface and connects everything from speakers to Wi-Fi grills, so your backyard stays as smart and seamless as your home. Now, here are some fun ways to keep the kids happy this summer. If your kids love Stitch, they'll go wild for the new Amazon Fire HD10 Kids Pro Tablet Disney Stitch Special Edition. Available for pre-order just in time for Stitch Day on June 26th. It's designed for ages 6 to 12, features a cute protective case, a 10-inch HD display, and a subscription to Amazon Kids Plus for games, books, and shows. With customizable parental controls, a 2-year worry-free guarantee, and 13-hour battery life, it's perfect for road trips and summer travel. And start your engines. The Lego City F1 Garage and Mercedes-AMG and Alpine car set is an immersive garage and workshop playset. It features launch bays, realistic tools, and 2 iconic Formula One race cars. With 678 pieces, 6 minifigures, and a winner's trophy, it's packed with hands-on fun. The foldable garage includes a built-in carrying handle so kids 7 and up can take the F1 action anywhere. It's the perfect gift for racing fans and creative builders this summer. And if you're looking for new tech to watch your favorite summer sports and series, Roku's got you covered with the 2025 Roku Plus Series TV. Your content always looks its best with premium features like mini LED backlighting, QLED color, and Smart Picture Max. Enjoy deeper blacks, lifelike contrast, and better audio with a built-in subwoofer. And if you want to upgrade any screen in your home, the Roku Streaming Stick Plus. It fits neatly behind your TV, uses one remote, and gives you access to 500 plus free live TV channels. Plus, you get 4K and HDR streaming on America's #1 TV platform. For more info, just head over to inthenews.tv.
This summer, it's all about the skin that looks effortlessly radiant. We got Dr. Tess Muriaso. Got more on the latest treatments.
Hi, thanks for having me. Hydrofacial is an amazing treatment. It really will give you the best skin of your life. It's one of my personal favorite treatments. It works through vortex fusion technology that essentially is like a vacuum that deep cleans your pores and allows infusion of incredible ingredients and serums in the skin. It is a multi-effect treatment combining 7 different skin therapies in one no downtime treatment. And we can absolutely customize these treatments depending on the patient's unique needs. We can target fine lines and wrinkles, texture, tone, pigmentation, and also even acne. The latest personalization for Hydrofacial is their Hydrophilic with Pep9 Booster. This is a complex blend of peptides, 9 peptides, that have been clinically shown to improve the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles, improve hydration, and also epidermal skin barrier function. Everybody can benefit from this treatment, even those who are younger and want prejuvenation. But of course, one of the top problems that patients come in to see us are fine lines and wrinkles. And so patients who want to really improve those can come in to get their Hydrofacial with Hydrophilic Pep9 Booster. And this is an amazing treatment. I've had this treatment. I love it. It instantly will give you that glow. It'll improve your skin firmness and also get hydration. And this is me having a treatment, and immediately after, my skin is glowing. I definitely saw improvement in those fine lines around my eyes, forehead, and even my nasolabial folds. I love it. So to learn more about the Hydrofacial treatment, the new Hydrophilic with Pep9 Booster, or to find a provider near you, go to hydrofacial.com.
Hey, if you're worried about your dog might be actually suffering from boredom, well, you're not alone. We got Tori Mystic, a certified canine specialist. She's got some great advice.
Hi, thanks for having me. So a recent study from Nom Nom, the vet-developed dog food, found that 79% of dog parents feel guilty when their pup seems bored, and 71% believe their dog's happiness would improve with more enrichment. In fact, 87% of dog parents admit that they have overindulged their dog by buying treats or turning on dog TV simply because their dog looked sad. Can you believe that nearly 1/4 revealed they've spent more than $1,000 on non-essential items just to make their dog feel happier? What I recommend is enrichment, which I define as going just a bit beyond your dog's basic need to do things that keeps them engaged, entertained, learning, and exploring. How we feed them and what we feed them plays a huge factor. We all know dogs love to eat, but you can make mealtime magical by what you give them and how you give it to them. Nom Nom is a fresh take on what dog food can be. These veterinarian-developed meals are powered by science and designed to provide complete, balanced nutrition. But what makes them enriching is that they're loaded with irresistible tastes, textures, and aromas that transform mealtime into a joyful sensory experience, one that nourishes, stimulates, and deepens the connection between dogs and their humans. Plus, they support lifelong health by providing the nutrition that your pup needs, helping them live their very best life. And with easy online ordering through the Nom Nom website, Chewy, or at PetSmart, it's easy to bring daily enrichment home. Check out Nom Nom's enrichment resources and where to buy the product at MakeMealtimeMagical.com.
This is Tim. Tim is all about time. And if you've ever had a chance to look into Tim's cold, dead eyes, you'll see that it's time for you to follow us on social media. Sure, there's 10,000 social sites out there, and we don't have the time to name them all. Seriously, just ask Tim. So take the time to look for Daily Flash TV on your favorite social sites and start following us. That's all the time, Tim. Goodbye.